Hi, this is Manfred Sitman. I play in a band called Elephants and Stars, and today we're going to be answering some questions for Canadian beats. Unfortunately, the other guys in the band aren't available today, so you're going to have to deal with just me. So years ago, Mike, the bass player, and I were in a band called Soap Opera. It was the first band that we formed coming out of college, and we made a record that we produced ourselves. And believe it or not, there was a single called Make a Dent that ended up getting played on the radio. And I remember I was driving on the 401, it was in sort of the west end of Toronto, and the DJ said that they were going to be playing us coming up, and I heard us. I wasn't singing that song, I was just playing lead guitar. But I remember being sort of like excited, but not really knowing like what to do with myself. I was sort of like looking in other car windows, seeing if they were maybe listening to it as well. But I remember that being a real thrill, like thinking like, okay, we're on the radio, this is like a real thing now. So since forming Elephants and Stars, we've actually had a lot of sort of cool highlights happen. When I was still in college, I had 3 autographed posters in my room. One was of Blue Rodeo, one was of Change of Heart, and one was The Lowest of the Low. And coincidentally, since that time, we've been able to work with all 3. If you listen to our second record, Dreamland, Glenn Miltron from Blue Rodeo was playing all the drums on it, and it was actually produced by Ian Blurton, who was of Change of Heart. We were invited to open for The Lowest of the Low, who are one of my all-time favorite bands, and that was in Hamilton. That was really fun. And in the meantime, you know, Laura Jane Grace from Against Me put one of our songs on her Patreon playlist. And I mean, just things like that, like that's really neat. So our new record, which is going to be called Get Your Own Army, comes out on September 1st. And we're pretty excited for it. The first 2 singles, Bled Out at the Scene and Give Me Ketamine, both have got some pretty nice reviews and some nice plays. It was produced largely by Steve Chawley, who we've known forever and who is amazing. And one of the songs was produced by Ron Hawkins of Lowest of the Low, and he actually mixed the rest of the record, and I think he did a fantastic job. So we're actually really excited for people to hear. We think it's going to be a little bit different than maybe what people are used to, but nothing too crazy. I mean, after all, we're not splitting the atom here. So one other thing is if you come out and see us on tour for this record, you'll see this brand new guitar I have. It's the Ibanez Paul Stanley from Kiss signature series. There's his autograph right there. It's a custom left-hander, which is exactly the same guitar that Nicky Anderson of the Helicopters uses. So that will be a fun thing. So if you have the chance, come on out and see us, and hopefully we'll see you soon.